Hi, good afternoon to everybody. Okay, we are going to continue studying the verb tenses, right? Today we are going to see the present continuous and the present simple or the simple present. The differences between these verb tenses. The previous video we have studied some of these differences, and now we will see more of these differences. So let's check it out. Okay, there are many verb tenses, many verbs which are not used in the present continuous. Let's see some examples. I prefer horror to comedy. I prefer horror to comedy movies. You don't say I am preferring, right? This verb prefer is usually used in the simple present, right? She prefers to stay home. She prefers to stay home, right? During rainy days, for example. So she prefers to stay home during rainy days. Let's see more examples. Okay, so this is the verb prefer. Let's see understand. He understands something is wrong. So in his opinion, something is wrong. He understands something is going wrong. Other example using the verb understand. You can understand Japanese because you study this language. Okay, so you can understand because you study this language. It's very easy for you to understand this language, okay, because you studied it. Other examples. Now let's use another verb. I hate snowy weather. I hate snowy weather. I don't like snowy weather. I think it's terrible, so I hate it. So you see, I prefer, she prefers, he understands, you study. Study is not an example. Understand, prefer, and hate are verb tenses which are used only in the present, or they are not normally used in the present continuous. Another example, this machine doesn't fit the box. I want to put something in the box, but the machine doesn't fit. Okay? It doesn't fit the box. That book belongs to me. Belongs, right? That book belongs to me is another verb which is used in the simple present rather than present continuous. I realize she's not very smart. I realize she's not very smart, so in my opinion, she's not very smart. I realize. You don't use I am realizing, it's wrong. You don't use belonging. Belonging is used in other contexts, right? When you say, where are my belongings? The things that belong to me. Where are my belongings? So belongings, this is a noun, right? It's not a verb. It's a noun, which is in the plural form. What do you mean by that? I say something that you don't understand, and I ask, what do you mean by that? Okay, what do you mean? When you put ing with verb mean, it means other thing, right? Do you know the meaning of the word? For example, do you know the meaning? Do you know the meaning of life? Do you know why we are alive? So this is a noun. I put ing, but this is not a verb. This is a noun. So what do you mean? It's in the present simple. It's not in the present continuous. It seems logical. This idea, it seems logical to me. It seems logical to me. Seems, right? In the simple present. You don't have the present continuous tense. Let me see which word. She loves scuba diving. She loves scuba diving. It's not used in the present continuous either. What do you want to do about it? There is a tough situation you are dealing with, and you are having an argument with someone, and you say, what do you want to do about it? So you use the simple present in this case. Let me see if I forgot. She remembers having put her book here. She remembers having put her book here. So it's not she is remembering, it's the simple present. Okay? This mixture consists of water and sugar. This mixture consists of water and sugar. So what does it consist of, right? So all these verbs are used in the simple present. Consist, remember, want, love, seem, know, mean, realize, belong, fit, hate, okay? So basically, that's it. Now we will check other things, other examples. We can use the verb think. When think means to believe, we have an opinion about it. I think, to think of something. I think this idea is nonsense. I think this idea is nonsense. So I use the simple present when the verb to think means to have an opinion about it. Opinion about something. When I have an opinion about something. Oh my God, my spelling is terrible. When you have an opinion about something, I think this idea is nonsense. I think this idea is terrible. What do you think about him? What do you think about him? It means, what's your opinion about him, right? I want to know what your opinion is about something. It's possible to use the think in the present continuous, but it has another meaning, right? When the verb to think means to consider something, the continuous tense is possible. I'm thinking of traveling on vacations. So I'm considering the idea. I want to travel on vacation, and right now I'm considering the idea of traveling on vacation. She is thinking of, let me see, she's thinking of applying, she's thinking about applying for the job. She's thinking about applying for the job. So she wants a new job, and she's thinking about it, right? She's thinking about something. There are some occasions in which we use of, on other situations we use about, but it's not the topic of the conversation right now. We want to emphasize that the verb think is used when we mean consider in the present continuous, and when we use think regarding expressing opinions, we use the simple present, right? So it's very obvious. Okay. Let me see. Now, I don't see why she's being so irritating. I don't see why she's being so irritating. When you want to express an idea that someone behaves a certain way, you say, I don't see why she's being. You use the present continuous. This person is behaving like this at the moment. It doesn't mean that this person is annoying, right? she's being annoying. She's being, how can I say, irritating, annoying, selfish. She's being bad at the moment, right? It means that it's a state. It's a state of, how can I say, this person is behaving a certain way, but it doesn't mean that this person is always like this. So we use the verb to be plus being when you want to express how someone is behaving. She's being so selfish, she's being so annoying. Why is he being so irritating right now? Right? What happened? I want to know what happened. But when I say that someone, I am selfish. When I say I am selfish, it means in general I am a selfish person. But when I say I'm being selfish, not necessarily I am selfish. It's a behavior that is happening at the moment. And here it's a permanent state, or the person behaves generally like this, right? But there are exceptions, right? We don't we don't always say am, is, and are being in other situations. When you want to tell about the weather, for example, it is very cold today. It's very cold today. You don't say it is being very cold. No, it's not possible. You want to say something that a situation about the weather is right now. How is the weather today? So you say it is very cold in the simple present, okay? He is very interesting. He is a very interesting person. So it's in the simple present. I want to talk about a permanent state, okay? All right. Okay, so now we end this video, and later we will check other characteristics, other possibilities of using the present and the present continuous tense.